Today, we are delighted to have esteemed raw vegan chef Miss Lesa Carlson on our show to teach us how to make the gorgeous, nutritious, and tasty stuffed nasturtium blossoms. Miss Lesa Carlson is a famous raw vegan chef, an eco-entrepreneur as well as a prolific artist, and an award-winning vocalist. Since 1991, she has been experimenting and creating her own organic raw vegan meals. Ms. Carlson regards the process of assembling a dish like creating a piece of art, whereby she endeavors to bring together beauty, perfection, and deliciousness. Her exquisite culinary creations are embraced by a growing number of a list of Hollywood stars, including Alicia Silverstone, vegan, Woody Harrelson, vegan, Daryl Hannah, vegan, Crispin Glover, vegan, and many more. Through music, food, and lifestyle, Ms. Carlson has helped pioneer the eco movement, building several sustainable green businesses that focus on raw organic foods. She created 3 packaged grab-and-go raw foods lines that can be found in specialty grocery stores such as Air One Market, Co-Opportunity, and Whole Foods. Let's now enjoy Lesa's cooking demonstration.
Hi, my name is Lesa Carlson. I am an artist, an activist, an eco-pioneer, and a quantum food physicist is what I call myself. I work with energy and food and how that amplifies the energy in the body so it can self-heal. And your body is fully capable of self-healing if you give it the right tools and information, of which is present in raw food. I've done raw food 100% for 30 years. It is so the truth that my body doesn't require anything else. It doesn't need anything else. My body responds to this food the best, I would say. That's where I feel the most energy, I feel the most clarity, I feel the most grounded, I feel the most benefit. I don't have any need to have cooked food, especially now. We have so many beautiful tools that we can create things that are highly artistic that still give us that feeling of complex foods. You will find with this kind of cuisine that you leave the realm of a food addiction. Anything that is cooked transforms into a different state. It usually has high levels of sugars, and even they can be healthier, but your body still recognizes them as sugars. If you're eating 100% raw, you'll start to eat much more simply. And then when you do want something a little bit more decadent, like we're going to make today, you'll have the option of doing that. But what you'll find is you don't need as much food because your body is recognizing that it's getting nutrients. So that old idea of eating and it tasting fantastic, but your stomach is getting very full, but you still want to eat, you don't feel that anymore. You get these amazing flavor bursts in your mouth. They're very sensorial and explosive and pleasurable. But once your body has gotten that nutrient, it recognizes it and it communicates to your brain, and you're finished with the food. No matter how delicious it tastes, you don't need anymore. You won't want anymore. The cravings have gone. We're going to make stuffed blossom with almond-dill cheese, and it also is vegan raw. Nothing has been heated. It's all been soaked and germinated. Once it has been germinated, the full intelligence of that plant is activated. And there is light and life and energy that surrounds this entire seed. When you are gathering oil, make sure that it is organic virgin. Virgin means that there is no heat. It's not processed at all. This fat reacts in your body completely differently than a cooked fat. Cooked fat goes in and is stored. Your body doesn't recognize it, doesn't know what to do with it. It stores it. A raw living fat with all of the essential oils transforms directly into energy, ultimately. Your body actually also sheds unwanted raw fats. This Celtic salt is raw and organic. It is sun-dried, so look for these kinds of things. Buying organic, whole, raw almonds, for example. These are being soaked right now. I'm going to use some of the Nasturtium blossoms. They have a slightly spicy flavor. The whole plant is edible. It can work like an antibiotic. It is antifungal. It helps heal the kidneys and the liver, and helps with asthma. It's a beautiful plant that has been used in different cultures for centuries. The ingredients that I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the cheese, and then I will do the sauce. This is probably about a cup's worth of almonds that I have taken off the skins. Half a cup of olive oil, half a teaspoon of the coarse sea salt. I'm going to use lemon, so it gives it that little bit of tart. And a lot of times I'll use the entire lemon. Skin is incredible for you, but I'm taking off some of that just so there isn't a bitter bite to it. So it's more of a gourmet choice that I'm making. 2 handfuls of cashews that have been soaked. About 1/4 cup of water. You want to start off on a slower mode. Okay, when you pull it up, you can see that, there's a nice creamy consistency, and I'm going to turn it on once more, give it a couple more go arounds. Fantastic. So now I know that that is completely done. That is raw vegan cheese. This one that I had in the fridge overnight, you can see that the textures are similar, but this one's a little softer and this one is a little thicker. So I'm just going to mix the two of these just to give it a fresh kind of update. I'm mixing that kind of over on the side. So creating different kinds of textures. We'll cut in a little bit of the fresh dill. I actually like to cut it in because then it has a little bit more chunk to it. So I've stirred that in. I'm now going to set this aside and let it rest for a minute. We'll start on our sauce that we'll glaze with. So these are the dried mangoes. They give it that nice little sweet bite of the glaze, but I want that as an undercurrent. So I'm just using 3 pieces of the dried mangoes. I'm using probably about a cup's worth of dates. We're going to use salt to bring out the flavors of everything. Chili powder. So I've put in probably a full tablespoon of spice. Next, ginger. I tend to leave on some of the skin as well, so you're still getting the nutrients, that are in that beautiful skin. This is about an inch of ginger, fresh ginger, which will give it a nice bite and kick. Now we're going to put in about 1/4 cup of olive oil, a tablespoon of coconut oil. I like to mix my oils a lot because of the nutrients, because of the difference in flavors and textures. It just kind of rounds it out nicely. So now this is a glaze, and so I want to keep it thick but have it pourable. So now I will add about 1/2 cup of water. Here we go. If there's still a few chunks of the date or the mango inside this, it actually is a nice textural. So I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to blend it anymore. When you're using a high-power blender, it will homogenize the oils, and so they become thicker. I'm going to mix in some more olive oil to give it a little bit more thinness and have that oil stay pourable, so it has a little bit more of a glaze effect. Okay, so now I'm going to start to dress the plate and the blossoms. I'm going to leave the stems on today and use them as little handles. I'm going to stuff the inside of the flower with the cheese. Now, you can do this in several ways, depending on what's easiest for you. You can take a piping bag. Today, I'm just going to take this cheese, put it down, and dollop in to the center. So I'm going to fold this flower up just a little bit so it's holding the cheese. And I'll do a few of these here. So now I'll start to dress what we have. This is the chili glaze that I have made. I will make it thinner with a little apple cider vinegar, 1/4 of a cup. See how that moves? I'm gonna gently just zigzag this sauce across the blossoms and across the plate. I'm doing it with a spoon. It's coming out a little thicker. You can also do it with a squeeze bottle. You can control your glaze a little bit more. Then I am going to drizzle just a little olive oil over the top to give it that kind of glisten. It just adds density, a little bit more richness, a little depth to the dish. Now I'm going to start to finish the top with a few different things. Some more fresh dill. So I want it coarse, and this is the effect of what it looks like. I'm then going to take my chili powder and dust just right down the middle. I'm going to take the coarse sea salt and I'm going to put it into this and make it very fine. And this is flavor-wise. You want to just pop some of that flavor out. There's not a lot of the sauce. It's more, you'll get little hints of it. Okay, and color-wise, I've just pulled out some chili flakes. And now I'm going to look at my art bowl, actually, and see if there's anything else I want to place. These London berries that we picked, you don't want them fully exposed, but they pop a nice little bit of color, deep purple. So that is our stuffed blossoms with dill and hot ginger date chili sauce.
Ingredients. For all ingredients, please use organic versions if available. We encourage you to wear gloves when handling ready-to-eat raw foods. For the raw vegan stuffed blossom, the ingredients are nasturtium blossoms, almond-dill cheese, garnishing, chili glaze sauce, olive oil, fresh dill, chili powder, Celtic sea salt, chili flakes, London berries. For the almond-dill cheese, vegan, the ingredients are 1 cup of pre-soaked raw almonds, skinned, 2 handfuls of pre-soaked cashews, 1/2 cup of organic virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of organic virgin coconut oil, 1 lemon, 1/2 teaspoon of Celtic grey salt, 1/4 cup of water, fresh dill. For the chili glaze sauce, the ingredients are 3 pieces of dried mango, 1 cup of dates, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 inch of ginger root, 1/4 cup of organic virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of organic virgin coconut oil, 2 pinches of salt, 1/2 cup of water, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar.
For more information about Lesa Carlson, please visit personallyraw.com.